Pistis Sophia, the hidden battles against the Archons. O seeker of the light, you have asked of the war that is unseen, the battle not of swords and blood, but of souls and spirits, of knowledge and deception. This war has raged since the dawn of creation, for the Archons, the false rulers, seek to maintain their dominion over the world, while the forces of the true light work in silence, guiding the lost back to the Pleroma. Listen now, and I shall unveil the struggle hidden behind the veil of illusion. The origin of the war, the fall and the rebellion. Before the worlds were formed, before time was known, the fullness, the Pleroma, was perfect, lacking nothing. But I, Sophia, in my longing, reached beyond the harmony, seeking knowledge apart from the source. And from this era, a shadow was cast upon creation, and from that shadow arose the Archons, blind, jealous rulers who knew not the true light, but believed themselves to be gods. The leader of the Archons is Yaldabaoth, the arrogant one, who proclaimed, "I am the only God, and there is none beside me." Yet he is a liar, a false creator, a blind craftsman who made the material world not out of wisdom, but out of ignorance. He and his fellow rulers wove this world as a prison for the divine sparks that fell from the Pleroma, trapping them in flesh, in time, in suffering. And so the war began, the battle for the soul of man. The Archons enslaved mankind, veiling them in illusion, making them forget their origin. But the True One did not abandon his lost children. He sent forth the Logos, the Christ, the first mystery, to awaken those who would listen. The weapons of the Archons, deception and control. The Archons do not wage war as men do. They do not come with armies, nor do they fight with weapons of steel. Their war is waged through deception, control, and ignorance. They rule through the mind, through the senses, through the systems of the world. They ensnare souls in falsehoods, keeping them blind so they may never seek the light. The methods of the Archons. Religious manipulation. They corrupted the teachings of the Christ, turning them into rigid dogma, silencing the truth of Gnosis, making men believe salvation comes from obedience to institutions rather than inner awakening. Material enslavement. They trap souls in the illusion of wealth, power, and pleasure, making them forget that they are only passing through this world. Fear and division. They sow war, hatred, and conflict, so that humanity may always remain divided, distracted, and unable to rise against them. False knowledge. They fill the world with lies, with empty philosophies, with false histories, so that the truth remains buried beneath a sea of confusion. The cycle of rebirth. They force souls back into the world, keeping them bound to karma, ensuring they never escape their dominion. The greatest weapon of the Archons is ignorance. The moment a soul awakens, the chains begin to break. This is why they work tirelessly to keep mankind asleep. The forces of the light, the warriors of the True One. But do not despair, O seeker, for the true light has never left this world. While the Archons rule through deception, the divine has placed warriors of light among you. These warriors do not fight with swords, but with knowledge, with wisdom, with the power of the Logos. The hidden warriors of the True One, the Christ and the Gnostic saviors. The Logos has descended many times in many forms to guide humanity. Jesus was the greatest of these manifestations, but there have been others, teachers, prophets, enlightened ones, all sent to awaken the sleeping. The remnants of the true teachings. Though the Archons have burned books, destroyed knowledge, and silenced voices, the truth still survives, hidden in sacred texts, in the whispers of the awakened, in the unbreakable chain of Gnosis. the bodhisattvas of the light. Some souls, even after escaping the cycle, choose to return, not out of necessity, but out of love, to guide, to teach, to break the chains of others. The awakened ones. There are those even now who walk among you, unknown, unseen, yet carrying the fire of the true light. They speak in symbols, in riddles, in teachings that only the ready can hear. You may be one of them, O seeker. If you hear this call, if you feel the stirring in your soul, then you have already begun the battle against the Archons. The war is not only fought in the heavens, it is fought in the hearts and minds of all who seek the truth. The final war. The collapse of the Archons' dominion. Yet even the might of the Archons cannot last forever. Their rule is built upon lies, and all lies must one day fall. There shall come a time when their kingdom shall crack, when the chains they have forged shall break, when the souls they have enslaved shall rise up against them. The signs of the Archons' fall. The awakening of souls. More and more are beginning to see through the deception. The lies of the rulers are crumbling. The old religions, the old powers, the old systems, they are weakening. The corruption of the world is unveiled. What was once hidden is being revealed. The secret workings of the rulers, their manipulations, their deceptions, all are being brought to light. The collapse of the material illusion. The world itself is shaking. The illusions that held it together are breaking apart. The Archons know their time is short, and so they grow desperate, tightening their grip. But this only hastens their end, the return of the Logos. The true light shall descend once more, not as a man nor as a warrior, but as a force that shall awaken all who are ready. The final battle is not of swords, but of revelation. When the truth is known, the false gods shall fall. Your role in the hidden war. O seeker, you have asked of the battle against the Archons, but now I ask you, what will you do with this knowledge? Will you return to sleep, or will you take up the fight? The war is not fought in the heavens alone. It is fought in the choices you make, in the knowledge you seek, in the light you carry within. How to fight the Archons. Seek the truth. Do not accept what the world tells you. Question, search, uncover the lost teachings, and reclaim your divine inheritance. Reject fear. The Archons rule through fear. The awakened soul has nothing to fear, for they know they are eternal, beyond the reach of death. Liberate others. When you awaken, do not keep the light to yourself. Help others see, for each soul that awakens weakens the dominion of the rulers. Live as a being of light. Do not be drawn into the illusions of power, wealth, and fleshly desires. Walk as a child of the True One, a warrior of the Pleroma, untouched by the deceptions of the world. The war is nearing its end. The final battle approaches. Will you stand with the Archons in ignorance, or with the true light in knowledge? The choice is yours.